G'day viewers, Gary here from Platform 1 MRC. Welcome to a very late and overdue September update of my version of the downtown line. Let's get into it. Oh, hang on a moment. There's a module missing. So what's going on here? As you are well aware, I like to build the layout into modules. This enables me to take out modules such as this corner section over here, so I can work on it elsewhere. This corner module is the area that I've been building the, scratch building the processing plant on. So that's the reason I've taken it away from here. Let's go in and have a look at what I've been working on, because I've actually taken this out, popped it on the dining room table, and it's been there for the last, I don't know, 10 to 14 days as I've been slowly scratch building together the internal structure of the processing plant. Now this processing plant's based on the one down at Miami, down on Northwest River Drive. And it's not 100% prototypical, but it captures the feel of what I'm after. And that's the most important thing about when you build a model railway and you want to go for basically a proto-freelance look about the layout. You want to be able to capture as much as you can given modeler's license. And what I mean by modeler's license is you can change things here and there to suit, you know, the compression, the size of the layout. Perhaps you just want to pinch and borrow ideas from the prototype railway to influence your own railway, or they are the influences to you building your own railway. I'm going to take this camera from here, we're going to move on into the other room, and I'll show you what I've been working on anyway. Let's go have a look. So here we are in the lounge room, or I should say the dining room, because it is a combined lounge dining, you could say. But as you can see, the dining room table's been occupied by this mess. Now I know the guys on the Second Section podcast would be happy about that, although I don't have any taco sauce on the table, but hey, it's a bench regardless. As you can see to the left of the frame there, it's a processing plant I've been working on. Now, yesterday, Sunday, being a beautiful day here in Sydney, unlike today, which is a little grey and overcast, it was the perfect day for painting and weathering. And we'll take a closer look at the structure that I've been building. So here we have it. Now this whole structure through under here and here is actually in two parts. It doesn't actually pass through the roof. As you can see, I can lift that off. The reason I've done it this way, when I do need to do track maintenance, I can lift this section off, lift the whole module out, and then pull the internal structure out. As you can see, it's loose under there as well. That makes maintenance a lot easier. That makes working on this module a lot easier as well, because there's still a lot of work to be done down on the hard surface underneath the shed. One of my modelling mates on Platform 1 MRC, he suggested I should take out shares with evergreen styrene because I've used so much. I mean, I don't know how much money I've spent on it. Out here in Australia, the average pack of strip, such as this here, sets you anywhere between $7 and $9, $9.50 a pack. And considering I probably got over 40 packs of that, as well as other sheet material, you know, the corrugated sheet that we've used up on top here. The great thing about evergreen styrene is you only use what you've got or what you need, and then it's there for you for your next project. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer to the structure so you can actually see what it looks like underneath. This here gives you a better representation of what the actual structure looks like underneath there. Basically it looks like there's a motor room up the back through here and just the access stairs. Now that motor room is I'd say there for the ventilation system, you know, to clean out the air, filter the air, dust and what have you. Apart from that, I don't know much about the actual building itself, but as I said before, it's a representation of what's in Miami, down on Northwest River Drive. I've used a concrete wall across the front here, concrete slab wall, where I'm positive, looking at Google Maps, that they only had a corrugated iron fence there, followed by a chain link fence. I decided to put the concrete wall in just for a bit of difference there, and it really does stop any debris falling out from processing plant back outside. You will notice there's a couple of little white areas here, further down, and there's one a little bit further down again. Now that's the styrene that I use to locate this whole structure into place. I think I described this in one of my other videos. So what I will do there is just shave them off a little bit more, possibly paint them a dark grey or a black so they're hidden, and that should fix things up. The overall length of this enables me to put 3 gonds under the roof for loading. Now all up, I think I've got 4, maybe 5 gonds that I can use for switching in and out. Let's go down and have a look from the other end. Down at the other end of the structure now, you can see I can pretty much comfortably fit 3 gonds in there. Just a tad short, but that's okay. What I'll eventually do is, down here, buried into the track work, I'll arrange some 3mm by 10mm or 1/8 by 3/8 cylindrical magnets. Now they're a little bit like this tube here, where they're only 3/8 long and they stand up vertically in between the sleepers. 3 on each side, that'll be enough to enable me to uncouple. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually uncoupling further back here, so then I can loose shunt the wagons into the shed. Now the reason I'm doing it that way is, if I do put the magnets down here and I'm trying to couple the locomotive up to the wagon itself, it won't couple. The magnets will just hold these couplers in the open position, and it's just going to be a real pain in the backside to try and couple. So bringing that back down here somewhere, like an inch forward again, that'll make this task a lot easier. So I'm going to share a photo of the prototype with you, including the internal structure and the roof structure, so you can compare it to a couple of other photos I'll post up that I took earlier when I finished painting and weathering this model, and you can do a comparison and see how close I actually got to the real thing. As I mentioned before, the real railway out there is the inspiration, and this is a condensed or compensated version of what the real structure is. I'm just going to pan around and we can have a look at the structure from dead straight on. As you can see, it's a sizable feature to have on the layout. The whole structure measures 30 inches in length. The concrete hard stand that I've put underneath it measures about 34 inches. So it's a really nice feature to have on the layout, and something that is prototypical. If you do look back at my other videos, you will notice that I've taken a lot of inspiration from some of the buildings down along the downtown line, and these are the things I've used to emulate what the line's all about and the industries that this line serves. So without further ado, it's time to say goodbye, and I hopefully get a video to you soon. I know in a couple of weekends time I'll have a whole weekend to myself, because we've got the Bathurst 1000 on, and if you're into motor racing, check it out. It's a great race, and I'll be glued to the TV pretty much for 2, maybe 3 days. So sorry about that, folks, but hey, I love me motorsport. Anyway, time to move on, time to get other things done. Sorry about all that external noise out there, the buses, the trucks and all that, but hope you enjoyed this little update that I've made, and hopefully catch you on the flip side. Anyway, between now and then, take care, stay safe, keep on modelling. Cheers, Gary.